Kia, thanks for joining us. We'll start with Alex Simon.
Hi, Kia. How are you doing today?
Good, thanks.
So with this game against Chicago, obviously you guys are coming in hot, but they're coming in pretty hot too. What have you kind of seen in any of the little bit of advanced scout you guys have been able to do about kind of what's going so well for them?
I mean, they're just reading off of each other pretty well, making plays on the offensive end. Obviously, they've got a lot of vets on their team and they're smart and they play well together and they find the experience of just putting people in positions to be successful. So they've been doing a good job of taking advantage of whatever the opposing team's defensive structures or execution is. And so whether that is switching or staying or getting over screens, they've done a good job of trying to figure that out. Just got to be able to make sure that, we execute our defensive scout tonight and that we still attack whatever they try to do to us defensively and make sure we get our shots from the right spots.
Obviously, there's still the question around BG being able to play. If she can't play, does it kind of help you at least coming into this game to already have had the one game without her and be able to see the ways that your defense has to adjust without her that way?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we would hope that BG has the opportunity to get on the floor tonight and we want her out there with us. But obviously I think it does help being able to have that game against New York and finding different ways to be successful. Obviously they're a very different team than Chicago, but I think anytime you get experience being able to play with one another in different situations, and obviously our defense changes a little bit in terms of our rim protection. So I think it's good that we've had it under our belt and, it's next man up mentality. I think Kia Vaughn did a really great job for us in New York and that next man up mentality. So it's great that when you lose a player and you don't want to, but if you do, you have someone that you trust coming in to step up and Vaughn is really trusting in that sense.
Last one for me, obviously you focus on one game and you know that however it plays out in the long run with the standings is how it's going to play out. But do you feel as if you guys really want to push and get as many of these games as possible because that difference between being at the 4 line and the 5 line in terms of seeding makes a huge difference come the end of the season that way?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we look at any game like we don't need it in that sense. Obviously, every single time we go out there to play, we're going out there to win that game. And so, I think from what we do know about the standings, obviously we don't talk about it every single day in practice, but just knowing that if we can continue to roll the way that we are and get majority of these last games, we give ourselves an opportunity to get up there. And like you said, that 4th position is really different than playing in those single game eliminations because you never know what happens. Basketball's a crazy game that way. So it definitely would make a difference, but I think it's just one game at a time, one day at a time, one practice at a time, getting better, and making sure we give ourselves the best opportunity to win every single night.
Thanks, Kia.
Of course.
We will finish up with Kenneth Minaj.
Hi, Kia. I just wanted to ask about the coming into tonight's game. It's been over a month since you've last seen since you've last seen the Sky. Back-to-back wins you had against them. Obviously, your game time win as well. How important is it coming into tonight's game to go for the sweep and get the 3-0 wins against the Sky?
Yeah, I mean, it's important to win every single game, whatever the series is. Obviously, last time that we saw them, they were a little bit different, had some injuries and people not playing. And so it's a bit of a different team right now in the way that they're rolling and playing. So we just have to kind of adjust to that. But every game is an important game. You got to win every single one of them. So I guess this has its own significance.
Definitely, but in regards now to the news early this week that Skylar Diggins-Smith has won once again Player of the Week for the Western Conference. Have you seen anything from your perspective on the outside since Skylar has come back from the Olympics? Anything different with her game that has really pushed her to improve at her statistics? Because right now we're seeing a major improvement in her 3-point shooting, over 60% over the last 5 games since coming back from the break. So have you seen anything from your perspective on the inside, looking on the inside that's seeing different from Skylar's approach to the game now?
No, I think people are just actually paying attention to what's happening. This guy has been on a tear the entire season. So it's not anything new to us and what we're seeing. We're with her obviously every single day in practice. And it's like the rest of the world is waking up to notice what the heck has been happening this entire season. So, she's really consistent for us every single game. And that's in her playmaking and her ability to not only knock down the 3, but I mean, her strong suit's getting to the rim and her finishes and finishing around contact. Using her steps and her slow steps and her speed steps. And so it's been really awesome to watch and obviously be alongside. I'm glad that I'm on her team. But I think it's something that we've all seen every single day, the way that she approaches practice, gets her extra work in, comes and does all the little stuff that maybe not everybody sees every single day, but it comes into the games and we know what we're going to get from her every day. And it's a fantastic performance night in and night out. And she's been so consistent and it's great to be a part of. And I'm glad people on the outside are finally seeing that and giving her the recognition that she deserves.
Kia, we're going to squeeze one more in with Connor Worley.
Hey Kia, I'm working on a story about the art of the pre-game playlist for athletes. So for you, what goes into making a good playlist?
I don't have a playlist.
You don't have a playlist.
No, I listen to whatever song I like at that moment. And if it's fast, if it's slow, if it's Disney, I don't know, it's just some random stuff. It's like whatever vibe I'm feeling that day. But yeah, I don't have like a playlist that I actually listen to every day. Alana Smith's in charge of our playlist out here in the locker room. She does a pretty good job of that. So just stay ahead to that.
Do you have any like go-to artists or songs then?
No, I mean, I listen to Beyonce and Drake pretty often, but yeah, no, it depends. I'm not really up to date in all the new music. I don't really listen to it. I mean, I don't listen to the radio anymore at all. I don't really watch regular television. So I'm kind of just like all over the place. Someone shows me a song that's cool. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I'll listen to that. If not, it's just like throw shuffle on my phone and whatever comes up, comes up. Could be something from high school. Could just be chilling those days.
Awesome. Thank you.
No worries.
All right. Thanks for the time, Kia.
Okay.